here are 13 words or phrases that you should never say when talking to a prospect. Number 13, never use the word honestly. Even if you're trying to be honest, it's going to make it seem like everything else you said in the conversation was dishonest. So avoid this word at all costs. Number 12, do not use the word cheap. People don't really like cheap things. So even if you feel like this is going to make your offer more enticing, it's just going to devalue it. So instead, use words like cost effective. Number 11, never use the word contract. For some reason in our human brains, the word contract has a negative connotation and it makes us feel like we're going to sign our life away. So instead of using contract, use words like agreement. Number 10, try to avoid using the word but. This is one of the most common words that we use in the English language, but the bad part about this word is when a listener hears it, they assume that everything that comes after that word is going to be a negative. So at all costs, try to find ways to avoid using the word but. Number 9 is do not use the word obviously. This is a really condescending word and it makes it sound like you think the prospect is stupid. So never say obviously. Number 8 is never use the words deal or sale. These are really salesy words and it's going to make your prospect feel like they're just another number. So never say things like let's close this deal or let's make this sale. Instead, refer to this deal as an engagement, an agreement, a partnership, even a campaign. These are much better words to use that make it sound like you really care. Number 7, don't brag about yourself. Nobody likes somebody that just talks about themselves. And so if you're spending too much time trying to convince your prospect that you are this great, excellent, amazing person, it's just going to turn them off. And it's actually going to have the reverse effect because typically the people that talk more about themselves are just more insecure. So talk briefly about your credentials and what makes you a good fit for them, and then focus the rest of the conversation on their business. Number 6, never complain about other clients. This just shows that you don't get along with the people that you work with and that you don't value or appreciate them. And this is not a good way to get a prospect to want to work with you. Number 5, never talk poorly about competitors. If you're speaking with a prospect who is also talking with one of your competitors, one of the worst things you can do is start pointing out all of the things that your competitors do wrong or bad. This just shows insecurity. So the better thing to say would be, oh yeah, we definitely know them and they do a fantastic job. Let me show you why I feel like we're going to be an even better fit for your company. This shows confidence and it doesn't bring any negativity into the conversation. Prospects really, really appreciate this. Number 4 is try not to disagree with your prospects. Even if they say something that you completely disagree with, find a way to turn it into a positive. Because the more you disagree, the more negative feelings are going to come into the conversation and it's going to add tension and make everyone involved feel awkward. So a good example of this is if I have a prospect that says, I don't think SEO is worth it. I think it's just a waste of money. I might feel inclined to say, well, no, you're wrong. It's definitely worth it and it definitely works. But instead, what I'm going to say is, sure, I can totally see why you would feel that way, but let me show you how we do things differently to make it ultra profitable for all of our clients. So I've been able to take what they've said and basically tell them that they're wrong without actually telling them that they're wrong. And I still get to the ultimate point that I wanted to make. Number 3, don't use the word problem. This just has a really negative connotation and nobody wants to feel or admit that they have a problem. You can use words like challenge because it's much easier to convince somebody that you're there to help them overcome a challenge than fix some problem that they have. Number 2, never use the word pitch. This is probably the most salesy word you could possibly use, and it is never going to help you close a sale. And finally, number 1, never use the word discount. It might be really tempting to offer a discount to get your clients to want to say yes. But discounts just devalue your work and they make your prospects think that you always work on discounts. So if you do move forward with them, they're always going to be heckling you to lower the price. And if they refer any friends and family to you, those people are going to expect a discount as well. So instead of offering discounts, some better ways to handle this are add additional value or services to better make the perceived value of your offer match the price. So if people think it's a little bit too expensive and they need a discount, what you can say is, we don't really do discounts, but what I can do is throw in this additional bonus for you. The other thing you can do is offer what's called a contract bonus. So you never want to give up something without getting something back. Not because you're greedy, but because if you can convince your client to put more skin in the game as you put more skin in the game, everybody's going to be more committed. So what I would say is, we don't offer any discounts, but what I can offer you is a contract bonus. So if you're willing to commit to an extra 3 months beyond what we originally agreed upon, I can actually lower that price an additional $200 per month. This is a really effective way to give a discount and also get something out of this. So it doesn't devalue your services and it lets your clients and prospects know that you're willing to compromise. So this list was only a small portion of a list of over 100 words and phrases that you should never say to a client or a prospect. So if you're interested in part 2, comment part 2 down below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you in the next video.